Hello chemistry students. In this video we're going to look at the accepted or reported value for the concentration of the vinegar that we used in the experiment. So the vinegar came from a bottle that looked like this. If you look closely on the bottle you can see they reported the acidity, the amount of acid in this vinegar, but they reported it in percentage. We're going to try to do a calculation here to convert that to molarity, which is the unit of concentration that we used. Okay, so in order to do that, let me go ahead and write down what they reported for the concentration. Basically, when it says it's 5%, what they mean is there's 5 grams of acetic acid for every 100 grams of solution. Remember, what we're looking for is going to be moles of acetic acid for every liter of solution. So we've got some converting to do. In order to get the percentage they gave me into molarity, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get rid of those grams of acetic acid and convert them into moles of acetic acid. You'll recall this is a very common calculation in chemistry and converting from grams to moles. We look up the molar mass of the compound, and acetic acid has a molar mass of 60.05. That's written next to the grams, and a 1 is written next to moles. This will allow us to cross out the grams of acetic acid. All right, so we have moles of acetic acid on the top. That's what we needed. But on the bottom, we have grams for our units, and we need to convert those into liters. In order to convert grams into volume, we use the density of the solution. Now, the density of water, and this is not too different from the density of water, is always going to be 1 gram for every 1 milliliter. I say it's always going to be a gram per milliliter, but there are other conditions where you increase the temperature, you can change the density, but we're going to assume that this solution has a density of about the same as water, which is 1 gram for every milliliter. This little conversion here allows me to convert the grams of solution on the bottom into milliliters of solution on the bottom. So if I were to stop and calculate right now, my answer would be in moles of acetic acid per milliliter of solution. Well, that's pretty close to what I want. However, we're not looking for milliliters on the bottom of our fraction. We're looking for liters. So I'm going to put in one more conversion factor here, one that lets me convert from milliliters of solution to liters of solution. And that ratio is for every 1 liter, there would be 1,000 milliliters. This causes the milliliters to cancel, and now if you look closely at the problem that I've set up, the only units that remain are moles of acetic acid on the top and liters of solution on the bottom, and that is what we call molarity. So we reach for our calculator, we multiply the 5 times 1,000, divide it by 100, divide that by 60.05, and we get the molarity of the solution. So the reported molarity would be 0.833 if we round that answer off. And this is what you're going to use for the accepted value for the concentration of vinegar.